Hi, I'm Dave Palmer, and thank you so much for being a part of this channel here on YouTube, which is called Study the Summa, which is dedicated entirely to studying the Summa Theologia by St. Thomas Aquinas. And I don't know if you know or not, but my regular job, so to speak, although I don't really consider it a job, it's my vocation. I enjoy it very much. I work for a wonderful group called the Guadalupe Radio Network. We operate 47 Catholic radio stations around the country. We have a digital footprint, and we produce our own programs. We're an affiliate of EWTN. This year, we started a new venture called GRN Academy, where the first week of September this year, we're going to be offering 4 live interactive classes on various days of the week. And the class that I'm going to teach through GRN Academy is called An Introduction to the Summa Theologia, which is based on the writings of 13th century Dominican Italian friar St. Thomas Aquinas and his famous Summa Theologia. And the Summa is big, okay? You see it there. It's really big, and it's divided up really into 5 parts. And the first part of the Summa is called Prima, which in Italian just means the first part. This is what I'm going to be teaching over these 7 classes, which begin on Monday, September 8th at 7 o'clock Central Time, live and interactive, where you can be with a group of other students and we'll talk about these various topics. And so real quickly, I just wanted to tell you what are the topics that we will, study in this 7-week course. Well, we're going to have an introduction to the Summa at the beginning, and what is it? When was it written? Why was it written? What have popes said about it? Why should you spend your time studying it? And then we're also going to learn the famous 5 proofs for the existence of God, which St. Thomas Aquinas explains in the second question of the Summa Theologia, probably the most famous part of the Summa. And then we'll get into, what is God? Thomas has these, 7 attributes of God in questions 3 through 11 of Prima. And I always encourage you to commit these to memory because, if you're in a conversation about God and, what is God? God is our final end. Well, he is simple, he's perfect, he's good, he's infinite, he's eternal, immutable, and one. Okay, so those are the 7 attributes of God. We'll cover that in one of our classes. And then Thomas does something very interesting in question 12 of the Summa. He says, can we know God? Can the human person know God? It's one of my favorite questions of the Summa. We'll cover that. And then what about God's will, God's intellect? What does God know? What does God want? Divine providence, these kind of things. That will be covered. The Holy Trinity, the teachings of Aquinas on the Trinity are absolutely fascinating. We'll also learn about the angels as well. And then in around question 75 of Prima for about 30 questions or so, Thomas gets into human nature. What does it mean to be a human being? We are fascinating and rather complicated creatures with soul and body and passions and intellect and will, spirit and matter and appetites. And, there's a lot going on with us. And so how does it all play in with divine providence and our path being created by God and then returning to God? And so that's what we'll be learning. And I encourage you to go to this website right here, grnonline.com/academy. Look at the courses and then prayerfully consider signing up for an introduction to the Summa Theologia. It's live, it's interactive. I'd love to meet you. I'd love to interact with you live 7 weeks in a row on Monday evenings beginning September 8th, which just happens to be the birthday of our Blessed Mother. So go to this website, grnonline.com/academy, and sign up for an introduction to the Summa Theologia or the 3 other courses that are being offered by the Academy as well. Thank you so much. God bless you, and I hope to see you in class on Monday, September 8th.